What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to bring you some 40 facts on the Warhammer 40K universe. Today we are going into the Tau Empire and learning about one of their most rebellious, yet one of their greatest assets, Sub-Commander L. Miyamoto. But you guys probably know him as Commander DarkStrider. So now, let's get into these 40 facts. Now Miyamoto was born on the world of Tau, and when he passed his trial by fire, he did so with flying colors. However, when it came to donning the crisis suit armor, he did the unthinkable and he denied this honor. Not only did he decline joining the crisis teams, but he also refused the opportunity to join the stealth suit forces. El Miyamoto knew that his place would always be within the Pathfinder teams, and so he remained their sub-commander. Leading his Pathfinder teams through deadly missions, DarkStrider's unorthodox tactics always trumped those of his opponents. He quickly gained a reputation for himself for not following the Tau's code of fire. For the Tau race overall, to uphold tradition and honor alone was insurmountable. But DarkStrider was an exception. He often refused orders from higher-ranking commanders and even the Ethereals. Now due to this, he's been on the verge of being blacklisted for insubordination, and some commanders simply refuse to work alongside him. But one thing is for certain, is that he always brings results no matter the mission, and therefore he has been shown praise by Commander Shadowsun herself. Now next I will talk about his involvement during the Mugulath Bay, which shows that no matter the odds, he always gets the job done. So anyway, during the Mugulath Bay War, DarkStrider was instrumental in the elimination of the mighty Vindicare assassin who was plotting to assassinate Commander Farsight. All across the desert, DarkStrider and his Pathfinders tracked the assassin, and by tracked, I pretty much mean that they followed a trail of dead bodies, until finally DarkStrider and his men came across Farsight and his bodyguard. But just then, two shots rang out. The first blew up Farsight's shield generator, and the second would have killed Farsight if it wasn't stopped by one of his bodyguards. At only a moment's notice, DarkStrider reacted and ordered his men to assault the assassin. A hail of plasma fire shot out towards the assassin's position, yet one by one, the Pathfinders all fell. Farsight's forces were also sniped amidst the confusion, until finally DarkStrider landed a hit that knocked the assassin's rifle out of his hands. A Photon Grenade then slowed down the Vindicare enough for DarkStrider to fire 2 pulse carbine shots into the assassin's body. And even then, the assassin still took down 6 more Pathfinders and even wounded DarkStrider with his pistol before collapsing due to his wounds. Not taking any chances, DarkStrider fired shot after shot at the assassin's body for quite some time, until he was more than certain that the enemy was dead beyond belief. Now for more Mugulath Bay lore, check out our 40 facts on the battle for Mugulath Bay and the Agrellan War. This is a pretty awesome battle that pits the Tau against the Imperial Guard, the Skitarii. I believe the White Scars are in there. It's just a crazy battle. But anyway, let's continue on with the weapons and war gear for El Miyamoto. So of course, El Miyamoto dons recon armor. This is the infantry armor that is kind of a variant of the armor worn by fire warriors. Now recon armor lacks the reinforced layers that, makes it a little bit more tougher, but again it gives them freedom of movement. Now it's not usually used too often, but again, since you're a scout, you're a pathfinder, it gives you more mobility, and that's what they're all about. The main weapon that he uses is the Pulse Carbine. Now this is a pulse weapon that utilizes induction fields to propel lethal microbursts of plasma over long ranges. They tend to be a little bit more shorter range and lightweight than that of the pulse rifle, but overall the damage output is greater. The Photon Grenade is a type of defensive grenade that Fire Warriors and Pathfinders are equipped with as standard war gear. They're designed to be used in the situation where the enemy has to be pretty close to you. The Photon Grenade then repels attackers with a pulse of multi-spectrum light and a deafening sonic bursts. This is so that the enemy will become blind and disoriented, confusing them and slowing them down so that the Tau can then counterattack. Since Pathfinders are essentially the scouts of the Tau, they are often equipped with a black sun filter, which is pretty much an optical filtering piece of technology that comprises of several unique sensors and lenses. Pretty much a visor or like a telescope kind of thing. Basically, it just lets them see at night. It gives them a little bit more protection, so to speak, against like enemies that have like night vision and stuff like that. And of course, you can't have a Pathfinder without a marker light. The marker light is essentially an advanced Tau handheld laser that is used to pinpoint targets for other Tau to fire upon. Think of it as a beam that then all the other Tau can just focus on and concentrate fire to eliminate that enemy. And the one unique piece of war gear that is specific for El Miyamoto is that of the structural analyzer. Now this is a unique prototype that is used by DarkStrider alone, like I said. This device is worn over his eye, and it utilizes a newly developed form of sensor located in the backpack of DarkStrider's armor that scans for the weak points in the enemy armor. Then this information is then relayed back to DarkStrider, and he can then use that to his advantage in any firefight. And with that being said, guys, that's basically the gist of Subcommander El Miyamoto. I never use this guy in the tabletop, but from what I hear, he's pretty okay. I was just never fond of using non-Tau commanders in the game. I just like crisis suits too much. And this guy literally says F you to crisis suits. He's going to do it his way, no matter what anybody else thinks or says, which makes him pretty cool. Like, he stands up for what he believes in. He's like, F you ethereals, F you higher-ups, I get the job done no matter what it takes, and I will show you that results are coming no matter what. So, he's pretty cool. He's rebellious, just like Farsight. I could totally see them working together, minus the whole crisis suit thing. But yeah, he's pretty badass nonetheless. Now, if you guys want more lore on the Tau, Gershwin recently did a 40 facts on the Vespids. Now, Vespids are just a weird race, because like nobody really uses them on the battlefield, but their lore is really badass. So I'll put the link to that video at the end of this one. And if you want more Tau lore, I got a whole playlist on just Tau lore in general and battle suits. I think I've got pretty much like 90% of the battle suits covered, but I'll get to that, sooner or later. And yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions, let us know down in the comments below. And that's pretty much all I've got for today. As always, guys, I'm the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll be catching you guys tomorrow.